So annoying. Do. Welcome back for try number 2. Thank you OBS for totally changing my settings so that nobody could hear anything. Back to again, educational, why your hero is important. Start off first with all the people out there using Trickster as their leader. This is wrong of you. It's a passive buff, you don't need it. So here's the tip. You have two kinds of buffs on your leaders. There's administration and there's logistic. Administration is passive permanent buffs. You do not need this as your leader, it's permanent. Whereas other heroes ones like this, like the big guys, got passive permanent buff and logistics. Logistics are not permanent. You need this as your leader to get them. Now these buffs work if it's not your leader, but you send it in your army, that still works. Either way, you need, so you really want your best army hero as your best army hero is your leader, pretty much. So, high recommendations, which most people are doing this, is Rose 9, free to play. It gives the cavalry buff and the army attack. It's the most valuable one, free to play. Second would be Bomb and Goblin. But that's basically it. The importance of your leader is your talents, your gear. So, without sending your leader on an army, you actually don't get your gear buff. If your leader's not in your castle, you don't get your war gear buff. So if I'm sitting here like this in my war gear, and this war gear is on, and then I go here and I chuck my leader in the shelter. There you go, my leader's in the shelter. So now my base, if it gets attacked, actually does not get the buff of my war gear. It only gets my stats from here. So if somebody attacked my castle without my leader in it, I would just have basic 141, 142 stats on my attack. Not this 343, 330. If I was in war talents, this would be over 400%, and I would not get it. Your war talent and your war gear does not add up if you do not have your leader. So when you're attacking someone without your leader, now just your leader, you do not get the green buffs if you do not send your leader. So every time that I'm attacking somebody and I send out like 7 armies, only one of those armies has my attack buffs on it. The rest are just using the basic 141 plus my 228 army attack. Now ways to buff up the army attack here is your turf. If you put a 20% boost on, it'll be on this one, so it'll be on all your armies. Whereas the army leader buff from my war gear would not. Another good one is the altar boost and prison boost. They are passive buffs across all your armies. So as I'm holding leaders, which is only 23% right now, this is 100% given to all my armies. But the war gear and the talents are not. So there's war gear and the talents. If I swap my talents to war talents, they would not be on all my armies. Only the one that I send my leader with. So this is why one of the most important things is your leader. But mostly, it's just about building up. If I do not have my leader, my talents do not work. and a general boost talents. If I were to change to, say, just a normal set of talents, which I don't even have construction speed, my bad. You know, whatever, I can just max this, I'm not going to save it. That's like 40% construction speed, 40% research, and an extra 65. So that's 105% on that one, plus 30, and I'm pretty sure this one's like 65%. 92, whoa, well, 120. So it's like 120% of your troop training. Now this is going to be, most players are not going to have this high on theirs. I got 467. Now 22% of that is my talent. So if I lost my leader, I would lose training speed of 122%. This would greatly increase how quickly I can build troops, so it will take you longer while your leader is captured. Same as upgrading a building, I would lose 105% construction speed. Now for myself that actually has no construction speed right now, this is what pretty much your stats will be, 155. Now I've got a lot of construction heroes and all that kind of stuff, so you'd probably be way lower. The talents would probably double, if not more, your construction speed, so you'd be greatly increasing how long it takes you to build things. So if your leader keeps getting captured and you don't take care of it, it's just going to end up making your game very hard. Now that's when I say to you, if you shelter your leader, it takes 12 hours. Now I don't know how many people sleep for 12 hours or do things for 12 hours without doing anything. The most important thing in your game is keeping your leader safe. Now if you've got, 200,000 troops, you can hide it all in your shelter. Awesome. You don't need to shield. So all you've got to do is chuck your guy in your shelter before you go to sleep. When you wake up, sit in bed, oh, I'm getting up, it's tired, grab my phone, check my Facebook, I log in to my game, I flick over, I pull my troops out of my shelter and I put them back in. There's another 12 hours, And then like halfway through the day, it's lunchtime, you're at your smoko at work, or you go to school, and you've got your phone on you, and, you pull your phone out, oh man, what do? I don't know, maybe I just unshelter my troops and shelter them again. It's like the most easy thing to do. And then I get home, it's dinner time, I'm going to bed, I unshelter my troops, I shelter my troops again, and there's 3 times a day, and you will be sheltered 100% of the time. I don't understand how people cannot shelter their stuff 100% of the time. It is so easy. And the people that say, oh, but I just don't have time to play the game. You've got plenty of time. Make time to play the game. This is a game that requires attention. If you don't have the time to play the game, I recommend picking up another game. Because, you can go out there and play your Clash of Clans, or an easy game like that, or Clash Royale, or some stupid game like that, where you just play when you can play. Like a game like this requires your attention. So, as a player like myself, I've got to be aware of my game 24/7. Because if I get rallied, I will die in 30 minutes. So if I spend 30 minutes not playing my game, I could be zeroed. And all you small castles out there that have less than 1 million troops, you could hide your troops 100% of the time and you don't even have to worry about your game. So that's the importance of your leader. Everything's going to be slowed down. You can't do anything. You can't attack people without your leader. Even myself, I lose heaps more troops when I attack people without my leader. So it's basically, without your leader, you just do everything so slow. So if you can't practice to shelter your leader or save your leader, then you should probably pick up a different game. Like that's all the advice I can give that one. If you can't do it now, you should probably find a new game. And that's basically it. So don't use Trickster as your leader. It's useless. Those administration buffs are permanent. You don't need them. Pick an army hero. I mean, you start with one. His name is Oathkeeper. Like, he's better. A grey hero is better than a gold Trickster. So that's basically it. That's basically all I can say. If you have any comments, just comment down below. What do you think? Or what should if you disagree, I can prove it. But that's basically it. I'm gonna start a new educational video in probably a couple of minutes. So that's basically it on leaders. Administration buffs are passive. You don't need it as your leader. You really want the logistic ones. You want 5 logistic ones when you're attacking people, of course. The higher the grade, the better. Of course, being gold is always better. But you don't need to be rank 8. Rank 8 is only for extra troops in your army. Don't lose your leader. If you can't log in 3 times a day to shelter your leader, you should be like shielding 24/7. It's not that hard. But if you can't figure out how to do it when you're low might, then you're never going to figure it out, and you're just going to lose so much stuff and so much time, and you're pretty much just going to be wasting the game, and it's just going to make you frustrated and slow and annoyed. And if that's the case, then I highly recommend just finding a different game, because this game requires all of your attention. It's a really, really hard game to master, and I haven't even done it yet. So thanks for watching. Hope everyone had a good educational part about this, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes, so stay tuned, and thank you. Stay safe. Shelter your leader. That's all I gotta say. Shelter or shield your leader.